Change your beliefs. Change your financial destiny. The Stoic mind warmly greets all of you. Lately, I've been thinking almost every day about one question. How can I help my channel's followers achieve financial freedom? How can those who understand and support me truly become masters of money so that money works for them? While pondering this, I've had a major breakthrough because I've been constantly summarizing entrepreneurial strategies, ways to make money, and the mindset of the wealthy. However, these are just my personal experiences. Do they apply to everyone? The answer is yes, because they all belong to a common system. My strategies come from studying others, reading books, and attending numerous training courses. So why is it that with the same methods, some people succeed, myself, my friends, others, but many cannot? Today I've found the answer. Do you believe that your financial destiny can change? If your answer is no, I can confidently say that the difference between the rich and the poor lies in financial luck. But let me tell you, luck can be changed, and the way to change it is by adjusting your subconscious, shifting your mindset, and thereby improving the energy you radiate. This is the meaning of the saying, your appearance reflects your heart, and your circumstances follow your mind. Sounds mystical, doesn't it? But in reality, change happens in the blink of an eye. Enlightenment is just one thought away. Not only financial luck, but also love, health, or anything else in life can change instantly. Luck is something you can create yourself. Have you noticed that most wealthy people come from tough backgrounds and rise to become billionaires? They didn't rely on innate luck. If years ago I had accepted my fate, followed my parents' wishes, and taken a civil service exam, I'd never have been able to afford a house in my lifetime. Why do most rich people believe in feng shui? You see, some unlucky people go bankrupt, but as soon as they wear a feng shui item or rearrange their home, their lives seem to transform. Why is that? Many explain that feng shui, quartz stones, or gems can alter energy fields. I'm not sure if that's true, but I know for certain that those feng shui items instantly boost a person's energy. Yes, everything around us has energy. Look at a juice carton. It lists its energy content. Observe children, then look at yourself. Compare a designer bag to one bought on the street. Do you see that everything, including people, has different energy levels? Have you ever seen a celebrity look drained or lifeless, like an average office worker? Have you ever heard them speak negatively? If not, we can conclude that the biggest difference between the rich and the poor is their energy. Let me tell you, a person with enough strength can change their energy without relying on external objects or feng shui. Look at Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Kazuo Inamori. They all used meditation to reach the highest energy state. Why did Jack Ma once say, "At night I think of 1,000 paths, but in the morning I walk the same old one"? Because at night, when the world is quiet, we easily come up with brilliant ideas. But why can't we act on them? It's because our subconscious doesn't believe we can. To sum it up, using the law of attraction to explain, the issue lies in a lack of strong belief. You absolutely must watch this video to the end, because I'll share my entire inner world. No exaggeration. You'll instantly attract financial luck and endless wealth. So, please like this video, because when things don't go smoothly, you can revisit your playlist, find this video and use it to change your destiny. My channel is a place to nurture the mindset of investors, entrepreneurs, and the wealthy. You might consider subscribing and turning on notifications. First, I want to ask you a question. Think seriously. Are you truly good enough? Are you a valuable person? Are you capable? Let me tell you, the more someone feels valuable, the stronger their inner power. And the opposite is true too. It's like two sides of a coin. If you think you're worthless, you'll feel powerless. Simply put, if you believe you're valuable, you'll naturally feel you deserve wealth and trust you can create more assets. This is incredibly important. Many think it's simple. Just believe you're valuable and that's it. But if it's that easy, why aren't they rich yet? In fact, believing is the hardest step. It's not just about saying it out loud. Let me give a simple example. A famous entrepreneur named Wang Jianlin once said, "Set a small goal first. Earn 300 billion. That statement shocked many people. Why? Because most couldn't accept that 300 billion could be a small goal. They wouldn't even dare think about it, let alone call it a goal. Now, I ask you, how do you view that statement? When someone calls 300 billion a small goal, what's your inner feeling? What's your internal judgment? What's the voice in your head saying? In reality, it reflects how much you believe in money. The more you believe in money, the more it will come to you. That's why I always tell my team, earning 10 or 20 billion is easy, right? But many who hear this think I'm bragging or exaggerating. In truth, I'm just helping you expand your vision. More accurately, my subconscious truly believes it, so I say it. Because I've done it. Was it hard? Not really. I was only in my early 20s then. So why don't some people believe it? Because they've never thought they could be that valuable. Why, when Jack Ma said Alibaba would transform the wholesale market, or Steve Jobs said the iPhone would change humanity, or Bill Gates said every household would have a personal computer, did people not believe them? These great entrepreneurs directly told you where the money-making opportunities were, but why didn't you believe? If, during their tough startup days, you had invested in them, supported them, or followed their business models, where would your life be now? Don't let your limited vision make you think others are bragging. That's just your insecurity. Your subconscious believes you're not valuable enough, that you can't do it, so you don't believe others can either. That's the saddest part. Years ago, I saw Amazon, Taobao, and e-commerce. I recognized a major trend coming, and I simply, purely dove in. That's who I am. Once I believe in something, I stick to it until the end. And the result? E-commerce helped me earn my first money, gave me capital to start a wholesale company, and led to my investments. Now I have a company that runs automatically. It's because I believed. Because I believed I could see opportunities. Entrepreneurs don't succeed because we can see the future. We don't have crystal balls or prophetic powers. We succeed because we believe from start to finish. It's a belief. I don't know if everyone understands this, but initially I thought that if I solved people's business problems, I'd surely make money. I believed Tesla's electric cars would replace gas-powered ones in the future. So I invested heavily in the company because I saw its value. Similarly, Do you believe in the value of mobile internet? Do you believe you could be among the first to mine gold in this trend? Do you believe artificial intelligence will replace most industries, and personal media is the only field it can't replace? When I say earning tens of billions is easy, I don't mean I only make that much. But if you don't believe in this possibility at all, in your eyes, what I say is just a joke, a funny story. But if you open your mind to it, even once, you'll feel curious. Curiosity means you'll wonder how someone in the world could see tens or hundreds of billions as a small goal. Does that mean for some people 100 billion really is just a small goal? So what's the difference between them and me? How can I achieve their vision and energy to see 100 billion as a small goal? What should I do, learn, or develop? This is the mindset of the rich, and where does a wealthy mindset come from? It comes from your heart, your subconscious. When you have this belief, you'll never fear making money because you'll keep thinking and finding ways to achieve it. But if you think it's impossible, if you view things negatively and lack belief, you'll just see it as a joke and continue living your old life. That's the difference between believing once and not believing at all. It changes how you think, focus, and shift your attention. So, how do you understand yourself? I have a suggestion. You can explore your inner state through your reactions and emotions to certain events. If we want financial freedom, we need to think about how to boost our sense of worthiness. When our sense of worth isn't strong enough, we unconsciously reject money-making opportunities, block paths to wealth, and even sabotage chances to earn, like getting a promotion, joining a bigger project, or when money's about to come, something unexpected happens and we lose it. This isn't an exaggeration. The first time I made money from stock investments, I wondered, if I'm making money, is someone else losing? When I was happy, was someone else in despair? When I sold at a high price, was someone buying at that high price? The first time I did business and made money, I was thrilled to see money flowing into my pocket. But as it grew, came too fast, too easily, I doubted whether I deserved to earn so much. After all, when I started, I just followed the principle of buying low, selling high. Because of those doubts, my income hit a ceiling, and my company's growth slowed significantly. I was terrified. Was this the peak of my life? I had so many colleagues below me. If I'd reached the top and then fell, what would I do? If I couldn't overcome self-doubt, if I kept thinking I didn't deserve this success, I'd be like many others, stuck in this cycle forever. This comes from deep within our subconscious. Inside us, there's a strong negative feeling that we don't deserve it. So, at that time, my subconscious automatically decided I shouldn't have too much money, causing me to unconsciously reject many financial opportunities. That lasted until I took my parents to buy a house. That was the most fulfilling moment, more than building a new company. Many may not know, but my parents never dared dream I'd buy a house. They had no financial ability to support me. I didn't even qualify to be a guarantor for a home loan. At the real estate office, I saw other parents on their phones, calculating how to help their kids pay home deposits. I realized my starting point was much lower than others. But so what? I just had to run faster. Some might misunderstand. My achievement wasn't about thinking I'm great or rich. It was about ensuring my parents no longer worried about me and giving them a comfortable life. I'm proud because they're proud of me. In that moment, I became enlightened. In one thought, I went from hell to heaven. Yes, I earn money from clients, but I never owe them. I bring value, provide services, and my presence makes their lives better. Business is never a game of I win, you lose. It's a win-win game. Everyone makes money, and that's why the economy grows. From that moment when investing, I'm never greedy. I don't need to sell at the highest price. Profit is enough. If I predict a stock could rise $20, I might sell at $15. Whoever has the skill can earn the rest. If they don't, they can't blame me. When they buy from me, the price is already higher. Thanks to this business and investment principle, my wealth still grows at an astonishing rate. I can be enlightened and earn money righteously because my heart is free of evil thoughts. I make money with the mindset of helping others, not harming anyone. In Buddhism, there's a saying, "Do no evil, practice only good." What makes someone enlightened? Not doing bad and acting with kindness. Confucius, summarizing the Book of Songs, stressed that human thoughts must be free of evil because thoughts guide actions. For example, if you want to gamble, you'll likely go gamble. So controlling thoughts is far more important than controlling actions. Some say actions matter more than thoughts, but that's not true. A person's essence lies in their thoughts. If someone has bad thoughts, even if they haven't done evil, it's only because circumstances haven't allowed it. Once conditions are right, they'll act badly. That's why many wise people can predict someone's future. They understand their thoughts. A mind free of evil means walking the right path, doing good and avoiding harm. This is the way to gain support. Those who stray from the path get little help. When we approach our careers with this mindset, success naturally grows. If a venture is righteous, carries positive energy, and follows the right path, it will thrive. But if it's wrong, follows an evil path, or defies universal laws, it will decline and vanish. All this stems from your thoughts, whether they're upright or crooked. So, if you want success and fame, you must keep your thoughts pure. Imagine you have an ex who marries someone very rich, lives in a luxurious villa, and invites you over. You overhear them arguing fiercely in another room. What's the first thought that pops into your head? If it's, money doesn't bring happiness, or you feel glad you're not as rich as them, that's a sign worth reflecting on. This is self-soothing. If you have this mindset, it means deep down you're poor in thought because you have a massive limiting belief about money. Let me tell you, with money, love, marriage, health, and every relationship in this world, how you view them is how they'll become. In quantum physics, there's a saying, "The observer affects the observed." How you observe, your act of observing, is part of creating the outcome. So, when you view something in a certain way, your words, actions, and decisions align with that view, reinforcing your belief. You'll keep finding evidence in your world to confirm, "See, I was right." That's human nature. So remember, everything you believe is just a thought. It's not absolutely right or wrong. But for you, it's reality because humans can turn what they believe into truth in their world. You see, in recent years, the wealth gap has widened, largely due to technological advances. Have you noticed? Many internet celebrities spread negative energy through sarcasm. We don't realize it because our subconscious is influenced. That's why most people wake up tired and drained. Do you like pop music? I do too, but now I rarely listen while working. Why? Pop song lyrics are often written from a victim's perspective, full of sad emotions. They feel comforting because they resonate, but they pull you deeper into a victim role you can't escape. Have you noticed? Why do some women always meet bad men? Why do some guys never find a girlfriend? Their subconscious has decided they're that kind of person. They're used to negativity and even enjoy when someone understands them. Why do you work a job while I start a business? Because since childhood, your teachers, family, and friends programmed your subconscious to work for others. Is working a job positive or negative? Is starting a business positive or negative? You know the answer in your heart. Working a job means you earn money for someone else. Money flows to their pockets and you get a fixed salary. Does that feel truly satisfying? It's obvious. Why do so many keep working jobs? Are they really that poor? No one's starving. It's all about the subconscious. That's why I always say every problem starts with you. Everything you see in your life reflects your inner state. You created your current financial situation. You created your current health. Everything begins with your heart and thoughts. Your thoughts and actions shape the world around you. Hundreds of millions of years ago, Earth was nothing. Today, it's humanity's planet. All this came from our minds. Whether this world is beautiful depends on what humans create. For example, when internet stars or celebrities get attacked, most people get angry. Many can't handle public pressure and end their lives. It breaks my heart. Why is today's media full of negativity? Why do life's failures use verbal violence to hurt those who could bring value to society? What I'm saying is, a person's subconscious and thoughts can deeply affect their life. When I made my first video, my goal was simple. I hoped that when someone faced hardship, my video could help, even a little. Today, my channel has tens of thousands of subscribers. The more people know me, the more pressure I face, but that won't change my original intent. You know, when I help others, I'm also organizing my own thoughts. I keep gaining experience because I must constantly improve. That's why my business keeps growing. I view things positively, so more people support me, and my subscribers keep rising. Today, I want to use myself to spread positive energy. When your friends, partner, or family face hardship or negativity, share my video with them. When you help them, you're also helping yourself. When those around you are full of positive energy, you'll attract good things and become better. One thing you must understand, everything that happens in your life is because you allow it. You create your reality. What you don't allow can't happen. I know this might shock some or be hard to accept. They'll ask, how could I allow it? Did I want to be pickpocketed, get sick, go bankrupt, or get hurt? I've said before, nothing is inherently good or bad. Your brain labels it. For example, if your wife slaps you one day, is that slap good or bad? No one knows. You might see it as a playful act of love or an insult. It depends on your thoughts. If you see it as good, it's good. Your feelings decide the event's nature. Can we view everything positively? If we can, everything that happens to us will be good. In a way, this is great news. If you truly understand you have this power, you can adjust your belief system. You can turn what you believe into the life you want. But the problem is, many have conflicting beliefs. They want and fear, criticize and judge. Too many contradictory beliefs exist within them. So, what we must do is keep adjusting ourselves. The deep lack in our souls comes from not believing. We don't believe we can be rich. We don't believe we can live abundantly. This stems from how we value ourselves and view money. If you undervalue yourself, doubt your abilities and strength, and hold limiting beliefs about money, like it's hard to earn, easy to spend, or earning others' money comes at a high cost, those thoughts make your subconscious believe earning money is incredibly hard. And it's true. You just don't realize those thoughts shape how you interact with money's flow. Your sense of lack determines how easily money comes to you. Also, many want to maintain psychological purity. They believe talking about money hurts feelings, or that people who talk about money are too materialistic or selfish. So they avoid becoming that person to preserve a pure, innocent image and shy away from money talk. This is especially true for teachers, researchers, or those focused on academics, who often have a strong need for this and easily get stuck in rigid money beliefs. Another issue, if you feel you're not good enough or valuable, you won't allow yourself to have much money. You'll think, I'm so flawed with so many issues, how could I deserve wealth? You focus on your faults, never your strengths or the good in you. You criticize yourself, feel unworthy, and when you truly believe you don't deserve money, you won't have it. Even if you win the lottery, you'll quickly spend it all because of that subconscious lack. I've heard poor people say the rich are all talented and exceptional, concluding, I'm not that kind of person, so I'll never be rich. It sounds logical, but why do they think they can't become exceptional? I believe everyone is born with a purpose. To me, many richer than me aren't special. I often say, so what if the older generation's bosses have a few trillion? In their era, starting a business meant making money, but they've been left behind by this era. So, your belief in yourself directly affects whether money can come to you and how. Have you noticed? Many are generous when spending on family, buying for their spouse, kids, or an expensive bag for their wife without hesitation. But when buying for themselves, even a $20 item feels wasteful. They'll spend thousands on their kids, spouse, tutors, or costly language courses. But for a financial or investment course costing a few hundred, they hesitate. They know investing in knowledge could grow their wealth and create passive income, but they don't do it. This all stems from a sense of lack and unworthiness about money. If you don't feel you deserve good things, you won't feel you deserve much money. So if you truly want money, you must first raise your energy and build self-worth. One more thing. You need to separate your value from money. This is a subtle issue. Don't equate your worth with your wealth. When you do this, you can truly become valuable and also have money. It sounds complex, but it's a universal truth. When you stop measuring your value by money, you can attract wealth. In this state, your relationship with money becomes equal and trusting. You respect money, but if you think you're only valuable with lots of money, you'll depend on it. You'll feel smaller than money. It controls you, and you become its slave. You'll forever be bound and anxious about money. However, don't be arrogant toward money or disdain the rich, thinking they're bad or that wealth smells of greed. If you have negative money thoughts, you'll struggle to attract it. The key is balance, not depending on money, but also not rejecting or despising it. In short, your mental state today has nothing to do with the world's total money. It depends entirely on you. How much money you allow to come to you is how much you'll have. Since time is limited, we'll pause here. I share free knowledge on becoming rich, an entrepreneur, and an investor to achieve financial freedom. If you don't want to miss out, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. I also send my best wishes to everyone who liked this video. May you achieve financial freedom soon. If you found just 1 or 2 helpful insights today to improve your life, I'm already fulfilled.